I believe the stream has begun. Let's play some Minecraft. And you can listen to my creaky chat. Okay, so should start with it. Oh yeah, this is the invisible rack. I should start with a small recap. Um, so yes, I've played some more Minecraft since the episode 2, which I streamed, I think just at the start of this week, so maybe Monday or Tuesday. I think 2 streams a week. Oh. Hello, Dynmap. Do you need to tell me that? Can you be quiet? I'm just thinking that's going to be annoying. That's spamming the console while I'm trying to stream. Yes, lots of new area explored. Yes, I think 2 a week is about my limit of streams and just talking. Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I'm not sort of sure exactly what format this will eventually take. I'm just trying things out. I'm trying to get used to streaming, used to uploading YouTube videos, and editing. I really don't like editing. I mean, the fact that you play you play Minecraft for ages and then you have to like play it again. No, you have to watch yourself playing and then clip bits, and it's just like, oh no, I don't really want to do that. Which is why I like the idea of streaming on Twitch. Just get that like, yeah. It's what's this? In progress. Could you stop? Oh wait, yeah. How do you pause? Hide? No, that's me. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So yes, I actually wanted to play a bit more during the week, so what I did was I recorded a lot of footage and I played it back at 4 times speed, and I just clipped out the bits where, well, the bit where I died, because yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. And yeah, I uploaded it as like 4 times speed footage and just said, hey, here's me. You can kind of see where I went actually, which is really cool with the distant horizons. But I went out looking for red sand, and I did not find it. I have now decided that I think the first thing I'm going to do actually is pick up my backpack. I made a backpack and it's full of rubbish. I also got these wooden storage crates. So yeah, I basically found everything except for red sand, and you can see that I went a long way, all the way around here. There's a tunnel under there, and then yeah, I think, well, yeah, it looks a bit like there's 3 paths because I died over here at this ridiculous tower thing. I fell off and I landed like right on the corner of a block. I was so close. So that's why there's 3 paths, 2 going there and one coming back. What else was interesting? There was a small set of tents, and I stole a lot of wool. And in all the villages, there's these. Well, in some of the villages, there's these brick houses which are for immersive engineering, and you can take the crates from out front, and the crates are like shulker boxes, but much earlier in gameplay. So yes, I'm gonna be using those. I was also going to just check out, because basically what I did was I just thought, let's go in a different direction, let's get some map covered, and let's find some red sand. The whole reason I'm trying to find red sand is because of, well, my colonists. I decided to use the mesa template because I'm on or next to a mesa, and the first thing they want is just a ton of red sand blocks for their building. Caroline is our new builder, I guess. They're still dying repeatedly. Oh, I actually might have enough stuff for my trip to build a mega torch. Yeah, we need actually, yeah, a fair bit of red sandstone, and it's not that much, but I feel like we will need more. It feels like this is going to be the way it goes. So let's just check if I've got. Nothing is sorted. Okay, I need 2 diamonds, but I've got the 2 blocks of gold, which is the main thing. So at some point, this is probably an off-stream thing where I just speed it up, but I need to sort through all of this. Oh, hey, here we go. What else did we need? Logs and torches. Somewhere there'll be logs. Stick. Torches and logs. Mega Torch is a very cool mod which will stop mobs from spawning in a, I think, 64 block radius. So I'll put it outside the blueprint because otherwise they will just go, what's this? And destroy it. So that should keep these guys alive a bit longer, and we won't have different colonists every single time we begin. Yes. I get very distracted. I lose my train of thought, and I hope that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, we'll just leave. I don't know, it's a stream or a video. Just do whatever you want. Right. It's really useful carrying this backpack around. It's so full of rubbish. Let's put some stuff in some of these. It's completely empty. Yes. And the wood. Okay. I promise that this won't just be like organizing boxes stream. Right, there is a plan. Just this, and off we go. So, still looking for red sand. I did find about 10 blocks of red sandstone, and it was one of these. I guess it's not Trails and Tales. That's the next update. One of these archaeological sites. Just checking. My Minecraft audio seems to be incredibly quiet on the mixer, so let's try that. Whoa. And then the clicks are way louder than like step sounds or anything. Okay, that kind of peaked a bit. Like, I guess just regular Minecraft is quite quiet. Should be. Oh, hello. Is this how you kill them? That's right, cow. Yeah, I found a bit of an archaeological site which had probably about 10-20 blocks of red sandstone, and I just thought it's not worth it. Oh yeah, that's one. So I could grab that if we just wanted to get this one building done. There's maybe enough red sandstone. In fact, I will. Let's not jinx it. Let's just get the red sandstone blocks that we maybe need. Oh. Ooh. My ears just popped. Is that a thing that streamers get? I don't know. I'm being silly. It's early morning again. I think. Oh, I should have a coffee. Let me just have a sip. I'm really glad that this microphone doesn't seem to pick up me drinking coffee and slapping. But yeah, it's I'm streaming early mornings just because that's the time I can get some. I can use my office computer without people being around. Why am I streaming in an office, you might ask? No one's in chat yet, so no one's asking. That just felt weird. I don't mean to be like, hey, why do you ask? It's whatever. If I think too hard about the whole like, what am I doing? There was that moment in the last stream where I just went like, what's going on? There's got to be red sand here somewhere. Yes, I am at a co-living space for game developers. It's really cool. There's loads of us. About 50 of us. Yeah, we live in the same building and we work here as well and make games. And yes, generally, it's my good computer, the one that I'm on at the moment, is in the office because that's where I developed the mod and I developed my other game, got to 1996. But it does mean that I kind of need to, if I want to stream using my good computer, I can either, well, I could try and stream my computer. Now, damn it. Okay, some of this stuff. I made a not a backpack. I did make a backpack. That's true. I made, yes, one of these. A bedroll. Yes, to get some quiet time in the office, I have to be up quiet. Because I'm not lugging my computer around or streaming my computer to my other computer and then streaming that. That's stupid. I assume that wouldn't work, or I haven't tried it. But yeah, like I keep saying, and I will keep saying forever, it'll be episode 1000, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing, you know. But yeah. Also, let me know in chat or in the comments on YouTube if you think that me posting on Discord at everyone is annoying. I get the feeling like it must be. I don't know. I think that's just a bit of nervousness of, especially when oh, red sand, it exists. It's the skeleton. No. The worst monster in the entire game. Alright, I think what I can do is turn my volume down. Like, why can't I? I'm trying to balance things. Alright. Yeah, I don't like the Discord thing that says, hey, are you sure you want to ping this many people? And well, no, I was already slightly like cautious about it. I don't know now. Now you've called me out, Discord. But I figured it's the Flan's mod Discord. You're here to hear about. Oh, hello. I mean, yeah, cool. People are in there because you want to hear about mod, and this is just me chatting about the mod. And I know I'm not currently holding any guns, but you know I have the mod installed, and I will be making some guns. I just have a list of things I want to do first. And I'm very chaotic in the order in which I do things. We did bring diamonds, nice. I want to get some upgrades for the backpack, maybe a crafting table attachment. That would be handy. But yeah, I mean, something I said, so after my long boat trip, between sessions, I called it the interlude, and I posted it on YouTube. During the interlude, we do need terracotta as well, I think. yeah, I basically found that this world is pretty much perfect for what like one of the reasons that I made it. So it's the Patreon SMP. It's open to anyone who joins the Patreon at any tier. I've had, I think, 2 people have joined so far, and that's pretty cool. So kind of part of the pack is I want this like large biomes, long distance, and we connect to each other with transport. And so there's no way zones in this pack. It's more like use, well, at the moment, create trains to connect things. But yeah, there was a lot of walking in that last episode where I basically just walked, and it got me thinking. It got me really thinking, like, it would be amazing to have planes back and boats, and yeah, I think I honestly I need that sometimes. And part of this is, you know, it's even better, I think, if I publicize it and say it almost seems ridiculous, but posting a couple of like streams for a few hours, and it's like somebody out there wants to listen to me chat about stuff. I've seen comments saying nice, so I'll take that as a win. But like, you know, this, I guess what I'm saying is this content serves many purposes. To reach out to people, to chat, to share my thoughts, and yeah, I think one of the coolest things for me is I want to add planes back in. I desperately want to have, just to get around faster and to have the ability to sort of glide through valleys and things. This, I can never quite remember if it's Terralith or Tectonic, and I think it's the combination of both, but the height and the size of everything in this particular generation is absolutely insane. There's a bit where I climbed over a mountain, like a mountain range, and there was some volcanoes on top, and I think if I check, it's like Y level 280. It, like, the clouds are here. This entire village is in the clouds. It's kind of hard to see the height with this view, but like, you can see there's like a valley here. This is cloud height, and this is above that. It's just, it's epic. I'm really excited to get stuff back in, and it makes me think about other stuff that, like, one or two planes better, you know? This is part of making Plants Mod Reloaded. I know that's a really cheesy name, but maybe I shouldn't be so honest on the streams. Oh yeah, it's really cheesy, and oh, it's just no, I should. That's what I like. I like just sort of saying things. I think I was like, I can't call it Reloaded. That's so cheesy. It's like, this isn't the Matrix. What am I on about? And then I was just like, I can't think of anything better. It's called Flan Reloaded. Yeah, the whole point is I'm not just re-releasing it for the new version. I don't think that would keep me going. I'm like, just, oh, I think it's almost because I get a lot of comments saying, hey, when's this going to be on the next version? When's this going to be on the next version? And even though I have put myself in a place where I have had savings for a while and I've had the time to actually work on the mod, and my ADHD is medicated, yes. Even though I've given myself all of that and I've given myself the perfect setup, I don't just want to do what everyone was asking for. That seems petty. It's not petty. Like, it's basically, it comes from a place of every single time I had any amount of time to myself, like to develop the game. So, you know, snatching it between jobs and like weekends, evenings. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got like this whole weekend. I've got a long weekend. I've booked on holiday. I'm gonna take some time and I'm gonna do some mod work. I'd get excited and I'd think like, hey, I want to make this new feature or that new feature. This is a village. Wow. I get excited about the features I want to make, and then I would think, okay, right, well, this isn't working, and this is broken, and people have been requesting this for ages, and like I'd get completely tied down in basically all of the this needs doing, and excuse me, I basically couldn't really motivate myself with that. Oh, hello. It is a dungeon. but it's like a pre-excavated dungeon. Covered in sand, that's cool. Let's just throw some of this in the bag. I'm pressing B to get to the backpack, by the way. You can just see, like, where's that? What is that? Where's that coming from? It just opens the, I guess, first backpack in inventory order. Whatever that means. But yeah. Ooh. Oh! Yeah, I had the thing with the raid thing. The thing. Wish I had a gun right now. Maybe this is the point where I suddenly stop talking so coherently. Wish I had a gun. Yeah, it should be fine. Sorry, that is quite satisfying. Knocking it back at them. Yeah, I think it was sort of annoying to take something I was passionate about and be like, oh, I have to do all this maintenance work. So, one sort of aspect, but also just, I don't want to just put the state of, oh, they're inside, okay. Like, Flan's mod 1.12, oh dear. What the hell are you doing in here? I didn't want to just put 1.12 versions on 1.20, that's not the point. I wanted to fix a lot of the long-standing bugs and things that I wasn't happy with, so anyone got a bed? So I feel like, oh my goodness, okay. This is insane, this place. I don't know which mod's adding this. It's not MineColonies, I assume. Like it's not a colony. So yeah, too many things on my mind for raid and stuff. Okay. They always come from the same side? No, they're over there. Oh, they got those guys with the axes. Vindicators. Okay. Yes, let's kill the raiders. Oh, the horn helps you to tell where they are. They've probably got a big guy now, yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to kill the big guy. Oh, good, there's a golem. Golem! Oh, these things suck. Everyone shoot the thing. What's it called? Oh, nice. So who's left? Is that an evoker? These cactuses, they're way too tall. It's an illegal cactus. Yeah, so is this the last wave? Can I kill them? Done. Nope, one more. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's the size of the village, isn't it? So this is a big village. Random zombie underground zombie. Oh, this sound is pretty good. What we got? Whoa! Look at that multi-shot. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. If you could just shoot the big guy, that would be great. How did you not hit it? You're useless. Where is it? Golem, okay. Help me. I have a crossbow. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Iron Golem, for your service. Alright, let's calmly look at this. Oh, wow. Look at this beautiful village. Oh, thanks. I'm hanging on to these because the MineColonies research needs them for upgrading your colony size. So, yes, I was talking about the mod and why I want to do it properly. Yes. So obviously, yes, there's the basic level of like, yeah, I want to do something fun, but actually I need to do version updating and like figure out what Minecraft did in the past few versions where I was not paying attention and all this sort of not very fun stuff. So that's one thing, is like, it's not very enjoyable to go and do that, sort of like playing catch up. But also, this mod, I made it a very, very long time ago, 14 years ago, and I've improved as a programmer since then. I've improved as a developer, and yeah, a lot of it is sort of, I know I can do better, and also I know I can do better when I give myself the time and space to do it, because obviously if you're just updating and getting things functional, that's all you have time for, and then you leave it for a few years and you come back and you're like, oh, I have to get it functional again. It's like you always focus on the most easy sort of thing. So like, I need to get this working. So yeah, let's sort of just get it working with the new Minecraft, and I want to add this thing. And like, even if it all goes well, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna skip over all of these things I want to change because I don't have time. And so a lot of it is the content format, because there's also a big thing that I've got specifically. I shouldn't steal this red sand. We'll get our own red sand somewhere at some point. I kind of don't want to ruin this place because it looks really nice. No chest in there. Oh, maybe it's a secret hidden chest. No, I don't know. Got really creaky desks that go click click when you yeah, so it's often the content format is also something that sort of pins me down and sort of says, hey, you have to not break this, because yeah, there's always been a bit of a, I've made a mod and sure, I had some sort of designs for what it should do, and I basically made it to fit my needs, and I'm like, oh, I want this to be, and I want this to be, and so I sort of add things as and when, and then other people have come along and said, hey, I actually want to make this tank or this gun or this thing, and it's something I never prepared for, and so like, we got any armor pieces I could put on, anything that could reduce the slot usage. Let's just put away some rubbish. I guess I can't pick up everything. Yeah, like I never really thought of some of the things that people have done with it, and it's really cool. I love that I'll come up with something and oh hey, we have a bot again. Um, yeah, it's really cool that people come up with things that I would never really have thought of, or just like I was thinking, oh hey, yeah, you made something that yeah completely different, and like it's sometimes it's just a very specific tank which does a very specific thing, or something I like that I don't like it actually. It's implemented wrong. I guess this is exactly the root of the problem. Is I have I'm looking at it as like I want to make a content platform, and I want to make it so. Um, do I say too much? Do I just mumble too much? I don't know. Maybe you can deal with it. Yes, and I've lost my train of thought. Am I good at streaming? Seems like the answer's probably no. Um, whatever. It really takes me a long time to say. It's just a simple thing. Maybe it's too early in the morning. Um, I'm just gonna get loads of ums out and then whatever. No, no, I've lost it. I've lost it. I've lost all concentration. I can't. I'm sure it's. Maybe I should watch this back. I'm sure it's very amusing to see like Flan can talk perfectly normally while just going take everything from the chest, take everything from the chest. And the moment it's like, oh, make some decisions about what stays and what goes, I'm just like, what? I think it's time to do. I mean, how much have I got? It's not enough, is it? I was wondering if I could do the upgrade for the number of like the stacking size of the backpack, but I think that is a problem for once I'm back home. I think I've got the red sand I wanted, and this is just a big distraction, so I'm going to go home. 1,000 meters away. So yeah. Right, now I can talk. Isn't that crazy? I guess this is something I should be aware of, and I'm figuring this out as I go. So turns out inventory management, if I know what I'm doing, and it's like put all things in bag, great, I can do that. But if it's assess which item you want instead of which other item, I'm like, nope, nope, cannot talk now. So yes. I've also realized another habit, I guess, that I take a sip of coffee when I sleep, and that's something that I started doing when I wasn't streaming and I was just playing Minecraft. It's a chance. It's a time when you can't do anything. You just have to leave the game alone for 5 to 10 seconds, and that's perfect for drinking a bit of coffee. So yes, the mod updates, and what I guess you might call this tech debt. Things I've wanted to change for a long time, and things that have been picked up along the way. So somebody comes along and they want to make a specific tank which has a specific animation, and perhaps I want to say that I support this, but also like want to do it better. So a prime example is somebody put in the tank model a Boolean parameter. Sorry, this is a true or false thing. It's like, is this tank a KV1? And then if it is a KV1, it does something. Like, I don't even know what the actual animation is. I think it's something about the turret being weird, different. It's like there's a very specific animation for the KV1. Now, that's all well and good for them. They've put in this thing that says is KV1, and then it works. But now every single tank has is KV1 pulse, and then there's basically a bunch of code that says if it is KV1, do this, and then it just always says no, it's not a KV1. And we can't just keep building like that because it just ends up a mess. And in a way, there was no better way for this person to just get their thing in, and they just did what they needed to do for the scope that they had. And I find that, like, I also have done this. This is how I built the mod in the first place. Is I think one of my favorite parameters that I ever added. I mean, first up, the vehicles had is if tank equals true. That's a thing that turns them into a tank. But then there's also if boat. Like, the boat is just a flag you can set on your vehicle definition. There is no separate boat. There's just a car that floats. And I didn't want to keep building hacks like that, building up layers and layers of just is this, is this that. And I think it was honestly somebody asked me, like, could Flans want to support boats? And I was like, yeah, of course it could. And I said, is boat, and then it's just if it's touching water, it pushes itself up, and that's it. That was my boat code, and it worked. I think somebody had to tweak it. I think in the end, prototype probably knows better, but yeah, it's sometimes I just didn't have the time, and I just put something in to make someone happy, or to make myself happy, or just get it done. And so what I really wanted to do was take the actual time to say, yeah, I'm gonna redo this, and instead of something like is KV1 and this sort of style of coding, I've instead got things that are more like well, I basically wait. How did they do that? Sorry. Yeah, the whole animation system in Flans Mod Reloaded has been rewritten. So you can now define animations in JSON. And I know that at the same time, there's this sort of the idea of the mod was always like, I've just made some stuff very quickly, and you can just sort of copy it and you can create your own. And so, like, you could just say this is a gun with the MP40 animations or something. So in addition to it being completely generic and like you can define your own JSON that describes an animation, you can also just use the default, and they've got better names now, like the bullpup animation or whatever. So yes, I'm trying to make it into a better tool for building with, and also yeah, just give people more options. Now let's dump all this stuff, and maybe we should figure out a better storage system at some point. But let's first grab all the sandstony bits and take them over to my guy. No, my gal. I think Philip was my guy, and Philip died. Ta-da! We provided 5 red sandstone, so we need red sandstone stairs. And I just put my crafting table away like an idiot. We also need a lot of dirt, like a lot of dirt. I wonder if it's just to fill something in. Okay. I hate how expensive it is to make sandstone fresh from sand. One more. Need a lot of dirt and terracotta. Keep pressing B, even though I put the backpack down over there. Why did I put the backpack down? Why didn't I just carry it with me? Oak slabs as well. Again, crafting tables everywhere. That's me. That's just me, okay? Okay, so I've just gone and dumped the terracotta somewhere. Oak, we needed. I picked up some. Oh, I guess I picked up orange terracotta. Okay. That's one. Some clay. Is that? Okay. That'll get me the terracotta, and then just dirt. A lot of dirt. Guys, got any dirt? This definitely needs to be sorted because otherwise the entire stream is going to be me just. The entire series is going to be me like looking at boxes, being like, where is anything? Apparently, I have 3 dirt. 3. That's not a lot of dirt, but it's a start, I guess. So terracotta. Oh, we need more. We need more. Is probably the, I don't know, like the line of this episode or whatever. We need more. I don't want to dig up 266 dirt. I guess every single time I had to make a decision, I threw away dirt because I have, as far as I can see, no dirt. What I kind of want is a backpack upgrade, just because it will make things a lot simpler when things are stacking to more than this much. More than this much. This. Good, smart words. So, backpack upgrades. We need leather. We need string. We need iron. I don't think we're going to be making diamond backpack upgrades right now. But iron. Copper. Copper is useful. I like that the... It's funny actually seeing how a lot of mods used to have this progression of like, the first level is iron and the second level is gold. And then Mojang introduced copper. They're like, oh, what do we do? But actually, it's kind of cool because often they put sort of half recipe in. You'll see what I mean in a moment. If I explain myself. Explain yourself. No, maybe I won't. I'm just trying to find all of my bits of metal in various places. Not all metals, just, the basic, your classical metals. And all sorts of little bits and bobs here and there. That's good, that's good. I think it will be making a straight up iron thing. Right, backpack. I think I'll make a table. Because I want that crafting table as well. And so yes, as I was saying, yeah, iron upgrade makes it go like doubles the amount you can fit in each slot. But then they were like, oh, what about copper? So copper goes in between, does 1.5. What I really like about this is by using twice as much copper, you can actually reduce the amount of iron you need. But I think in this situation, looking at my inventory, it's going to be iron all the way. Actually, no, we're short. We're short on iron, but I don't see massive copper on it either. Sort. No. I wish the sort button appeared on these, but I think they have their own special UI. We're just scrounging for nuggets. Yes, it's also why I want to stop using these, even though they are like little shulk boxes and they're pretty useful. They don't have sorting. You can't right-click to put things in, which I think is a Quark thing, and also backpacks thing. Yes, obviously I'm complaining that it doesn't have a modded feature from a different mod, and it's like, I'm not complaining, it's just... I don't expect it to have these features, I'm just like, oh, wouldn't it be nice? We are like 2.5 iron ingots short. Maybe I shouldn't have done that crafting upgrade that I just did. Oops. Guess we got a mine. Let's sleep and then go down to the cliffs with us. Mine. accidentally put my pickaxe on a table. Hey Carolina, I thought you were already building that. I also really miss having a backpack with a magnet upgrade. Wait, have I picked up any of this? Okay, I have picked up the iron, which is the important thing. Let's drop that slide. Yeah, I miss having a magnet upgrade on the backpack because it just picks up everything from quite a much bigger range. We'll get there. I'm very tempted to do the same thing I did in my last playthrough, which is to have a sophisticated backpack. Yeah, sophisticated backpack with the Inception upgrade, and then inside of it is like 20 different backpacks, each doing a different mod full of stuff, and all having a magnet on them individually. It's a lot of resources to get it going, but once you do, it's just like your entire inventory is sorted on your back at all times, and there's definitely no downside to this, especially not like you die while you're out and about. It's fine, honestly. It's literally never happened that I lost all my stuff and had to go back and find it. You know, not like lost. I mean, well, I mean that never happened. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Are you ready for some hype gameplay? Some intense iron gameplay iron. It's crazy stuff. Here we go. I couldn't even stay on the UI for 30 seconds. I'm too distractible. I'm also like so lazy, I guess, with all these mods. I'm like, I'll just press R on the block of iron to get the recipe and autofill it instead of just putting it in myself. Hey, there we go. I didn't really change a lot, but these stacks of sand will nicer. So now things in the backpack stack to 128. Yes. However, it's still full of rubbish. I don't really want to do like just a ton of inventory sorting on stream. That would be boring, I think. I don't know, maybe that's what people want. But then I guess if I'm going to be doing, it's going to do some tinkers. Yeah, it's like it's going to be really boring if I don't sort it first. Maybe. Well, tinkers, yes. That's so cool that you'd get all these. I've had 2 messages in chat. That's so cool. So cool. 2 bots. I can get massive follower gains. Oh, brilliant! I would love to do. No, actually, I don't. So, Tinker's construct. Tinker's construct. Tinker's construct. Tinker's construct. Tinker's construct. Tinker, 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 tinker. If in doubt, put the mod name in and stop saying silly things to chat. To chat. To chat. Cheese block. Yes. So patterns are useful. I know that much. I have played a lot of Tinker's Mod. I said I was very excited for Tinker's Mod. I am very much a big fan of Tinker's Mod. Sorry, just remembered that I made I was working on the Flan's mod Tinker's integration, and I called it Flan Stinkers. I mean, as in the mod ID was Flan's Tinkers. It sounds like Flan Stinkers. I'm very mature. Art builder, we need one of those. I'm just going to build all these tables because I can never remember which ones I actually need, but Tinkers has a lot of tables. It's a mod that's all about tables. But I'm getting achievements for this. Okay, so that's the basic tool thing, but we built an air mill. That was what we did last time. And then I realized how much other stuff is needed. So let's get some cobblestone or something. Do I have any? Maybe I should just use wood. I feel like I have more wood than cobblestone. So right, what am I doing? What's going on? I want some tinker tools, and these are big like sledgehammers and things. To make them, I need parts. There's lots of different parts and different materials. To make the parts, I need to cast them. To cast them, I need gold casts. To make gold casts, I need to make a wooden version. Like I could stick all this wooden stuff together. It would be a valid tool, but no. I'm going to use this wooden large plate, and I'm going to melt it in the process. But I'm going to smother it in gold, and that will make us a gold cast. And then I can keep using this to cast parts in different shapes and sizes. What else did I need? Because I want a big hammer. That's my first priority. I want to smash up lots of terracotta. So I need a hammerhead and a tough handle. Hammerhead, shield core. Guess I need gold for each. So I'm melting down the gold. Oh, you can see it in there. And then I'm pouring it onto the part, and then I get the cast for reusing many times. This is a beautiful setup, and I hope nobody says otherwise, because look, I have to climb on the front of the smeltery next to all the molten liquid. But have you seen people do this in real life? I think that's what they do. I refuse to believe otherwise. All right, so we've got the casts for the parts. Then we need a metal to put in. I do have this bit of rose gold, but I'm pretty sure none of these take like, yeah, it's like 3 ingots for the shaft and stuff. Like, we need more material than that. So can we do brass? Can you make brass parts? I don't know if you can make brass. You can definitely alloy brass, which is cool, but I'm not sure you can actually make the parts out of brass. Maybe we could do a bit of alloying just to get like something a bit stronger. Alloys generally are stronger. That's like a standard gameplay logic of if you put more effort in, then it is more strong. I think this is how we make rose gold. Oh, I've just realized. I hadn't noticed, but I've updated Tinker's Construct since the last time I was playing. Look at the size of this UI. It used to be so small. This is great. I might just make everything rose gold because... Oh wow, that takes like 8 ingots. I guess it's the head. Let's do that again. Yeah, if I make everything rose gold, at least I know how to get more of it, and it's not too expensive. First things first, I just want a hammer. I just want a hammer that hammers things. I'm like, I know I could put like all sorts of different parts together. I can't remember what's good at this point. A rose gold gives you upgrades. A rose gold is like still good at end game, I think, is something that I quite like about it. It's good now. Okay, I need a bit more. I think 2 ingots. Oh wait, no, I need 2 ingots more. So yeah. Yeah, because it's enhanced is an ability that gives it a bonus upgrade. That's always useful. I could put like the best possible hammerhead on there, and then make like all the other parts out of rose gold, and I'd get like still a pretty good tool. I might be wrong. I don't know what the meta is. I don't want to know what the meta is in Tinkers. I want to just build the thing. Look at that. Perfect gold. It's only got 490 durability. But that's alright. So there's so many modifiers. Lucky. We would need some lapis lazuli and a blue flower. I would do lucky if I had the lapis, but it's definitely a open question as to whether I have any lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli, not enough. I think that was probably the answer I was expecting. Is yes, but not much. Wait. Yes, this is storage now. So I have my hammer. I don't want to just go and smashy smash straight away. I think what I want to do is make it reinforced. Oh, it's so hard to find anything that's unbreakable. I would love it to be unbreakable, but it won't be. Oh yeah, so I can put a diamond on it, and I can put an emerald on it. I don't think we need both. Fiery? That's a new. Haste, hydraulic, villager, light speed. Reinforced, yes. Okay. I think I want to do reinforcement because eventually we can put unbreakable. Not that this is necessarily the tool I'm going to make unbreakable, but let's just start with 4 obsidians. The thing I want to do is make these panes. Okay. I'm kind of doing a mix of looking things up and remembering them at the same time, but in the reinforced recipe, it needed these emerald obsidian panes. So we've got these panes. I wonder if I picked up a hopper at any point. That would be really nice. Just like get this going a bit faster. I feel like it's the sort of thing that I might have, but then if I don't have it, I'll really be... Oh! Okay, let's do... Cool. And then the cool thing about the smeltery is I can put a switch that keeps it running. I don't know why I took half that stack of cobblestone. It's gonna take a whole stack. If I could... Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is perfect, beautiful design, and that doesn't need to go anywhere. It just needs to deposit stuff. I hate this. I hate the mess that I've made here. I just want my tool, okay? Actually, there was something else I was going to get, which is some of these things, such as I hate 13. It's a terrible track, which is why I use it all the time to make my things go thing. To make my tools go toolier. So, writable gives it an extra upgrade. It's only logical. Harmonic. Yes, that's why. I like the descriptions. So now we've got 8 upgrade slots, and we can just absolutely spam it with these toughness upgrades, I guess, what they're called? Reinforced upgrades. Oh yeah, it's raining. In the desert. Okay, yeah, one more pain and then we're happy. I do like this is very well made in terms of its interactions with hoppers. I've tried like so now I want to pour emeralds onto it. So this is sort of on, it keeps this on, but it's not just like I've clicked it. It's not just leaking, I guess. It sort of it keeps this on, and it's like every time there is a valid target, it will pour some fluid. Fluid? Yeah. So I'm just pouring emeralds onto these obsidian panes. This is the way to make things strong. If I had another hopper, I could set that up pointing into this, and it would put in a pane, and then it would pour on it, and it's like I think the key thing is it won't let anything be pulled out until an operation has taken place, as a casting operation has taken place, because I've noticed like you can have an input of obsidian panes that would put a pane here, and then this hopper won't see it until something pours onto it and it changes. So it's like it's almost like, despite it being just one thing, it's kind of got a secret input and output slot. I don't know if that's how it works under the hood, but it's really cool that it does that. And also, if you were to say have a gold cast and it was say like you were pouring out a load of ingots, it would pour the ingot in and it would take out just the ingot and not the cast. I think with experience of so many stupid vanilla mechanics of like, and some modded mechanics where it's like taking the wrong thing out. Okay, I'm gonna do that again one more time. 1 obsidian, 4 emeralds. There's some dust on those. What are these pixels? There's like a little da-da-da-da. I was looking at it like there's something on my screen for a second. Yeah. Let's melt this down. Put the obsidian thing. Do-do-do. It may not look like it. I actually love this. Even though it's kind of like there's a lot of pieces to put together, it's such a satisfying way to build tools and to get like much more of a payoff for having like learned the systems. Have I mentioned that I like Tinker's Construct? I actually might not have mentioned it yet. Oh, I think we only needed 1 gem. I guess there's just some emeralds in there now. Okay, we are reinforced 5, which is like unbreaking 5. Or unbreaking 3, I don't know. But what I really want to do is, well, I want to put a diamond on it. That's one thing. Netherite, yeah, sure. Not yet. Cool. So, this still needs a few things. I think this is a great start. The thing is, there's, yes, unbreakableness requires you to put, you have to put reinforced 5 before you can have unbreaking, and unbreaking also requires some bits from both the nether and the end. So it's like, it's much later, but I've set it up so that we're ready to put the unbreaking on, which is perfect. So, finally, we can go and get some terracotta. I know this was like, I said this on Monday or whenever I streamed. Oh my god, I have someone in chat and they're not a bot. Hello, hello, butt chunks. Okay. Really neat looking mod pack. Thank you. So yeah, this is a mod pack that I put together. It's sort of inspired by Speeve's Create Colony. Yeah, I want little colonies, little cities and towns that are connected by transport. Obviously, I have a vested interest in having transport because my mod will eventually, in the new version, add transport again. But for now, it's create trains. It's our means of transportation. But yeah, it's honestly, it's a lot of mods that I like, and that's kind of a good start for any mod pack, is play the ones you like. And, yeah. Oop. Right. Get a bit of terracotta. And so the idea was, because I couldn't find red sand anywhere, even though I have now found it, the idea was to get some terracotta and smash it up using create to get red sand, like a large amount of red sand, because I'm sure that that's not the last we'll see of red sand in the colonies pack. It might be that it just needs, like, I've just done this whole quest because it needed red sand for like one thing. It might be completely on a red herring quest, but whatever. This hammer is also pretty useful just generally for, well, we'll get some resources later. I do wonder if it would be a good idea to get dirt next to try and help them finish the builder's hut, and to do that I would want to get like a larger shovel. Like this Tinker's Construct adds obviously like 3x3 tools for all the different types. I guess not for axes. Axes do an entire tree. It's what you'd expect. Hammers do pickaxe in a 3x3 area. Shovels, or like excavators, do shovels in a 3x3 area. Axes do an entire tree. There or thereabouts. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the terracotta. Next step. Dirt. Dirt. Should I make it? I think, given that I've done all the setup now, as like I'm so close, I've got it all set up here. I think I can do. I've got enough for some more rose gold. I can make the excavator again. I can make another tool. Yeah, let's put in. Let's just keep a bit of my gold just in case I need to make more casts, because I think. Yes, we need. Wait, what is that? A tough collar. So, yes, this is my storage. Don't worry about it. It's definitely meant to be there. Okay. Oh, don't get rid of that. And another one, and then we'll put in just gold for the cast. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're not super familiar with how the mods work, butt chunks. I feel like I might stop saying that name. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm kind of trying to explain the mods as I come across them and as I sort of interact with them. So I could do a little bit of just explaining what I'm doing at the moment with the Tinker's Construct stuff. I have perhaps the most basic smeltery thing you could possibly have. It has to be a 3x3, so it is exactly 3x3. It has to be at least one layer, so it is exactly one layer. But it's a multi-block structure. You build it with a controller and some drains, like to let liquids in and out, and so I can basically melt all the metals I want into here, and then if I melt two metals which have an alloy, so for example I put some copper and some gold in, they've mixed together and made rose gold, and I've got it open over here, but there's a lot of metals. Not even just metals, but like there's blood in here somewhere. Like if you fall in, you'll make meat soup. Yeah, put these animals in, and you will make a sip of meat soup, which is actually useful, weirdly enough, for making pig iron, which is a metal that looks like this. It's kind of hideous. And if you make your tool out of it, or your armor out of it, you can eat it. Which is awful, because you'll just start chomping on it instead of, like, actually like you're in the middle of combat and you're like, oh, why am I? Oh, whoops! I'm trying to eat my sword again. I don't like pig iron. It's horrendous, but I do like that it exists. I think it was. I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe it's great. At the moment, I'm just making everything out of rose gold because it's what I have. Although I think I've just run out of rose gold, because I haven't got any more gold. I'll make a copper shovel. Yeah, I think honestly, the normal thing that happens is either you fall into your own smeltery and you accidentally have some. It used to just be blood, but I guess you just have meat soup from yourself. But also, it's almost always bats. Bats just fly in, and then yeah, you'll just find like one day you go and check out your smeltery and it's got like blood or meat soup in it. So yeah, I'm also the other part of the mod is I'm putting together tools. It starts with the familiar like Minecraft tools, like an axe and a pickaxe, but you get to build them out of multiple pieces. Actually, I'll finish my excavator. And then yeah, some of the tools are just a bit more powerful. Like the excavator does a 3x3, and that's why I'm building it. So yeah, lots more steps to build these things, but the payoff is really cool because not only do I get a 3x3 excavator tool, I can modify it. Though I'm wondering if at this point I'm so like I want to get this and therefore I'm doing this and all that. I'm sort of on side quests from side quests, so I might just stick a diamond on it and be done with it for the moment. So yeah, with my sledgehammer, I added reinforcement to it multiple times, so it's the same as unbreaking. There's effectively you have the same things as vanilla tools, like the same as enchantments, but you can't enchant these. You add modifiers instead, and then yeah, some of the modifiers are similar and some are just completely new. Like I think you can make any tool if you use the modifiers. Rose gold is, I think it's one of the easiest alloys to make. So I think it's quite mid tier. There's under the hood there's like tiers, and I think it's sort of the more steps involved, and like if it's like this one is an alloy that involves cobalt, which comes from the nether, or there's one that like if it includes debris or like netherite, it sort of ends up being like a tier above netherite. So yeah, it's sort of rose gold is definitely. It seems like this is. I think because of the 9 blocks at once, I think this is wrecking my audio a bit, so I'm gonna turn that down. But yeah, the rose gold is pretty like basic. It's I think it's one of the first ones I always go for because it's easy to obtain. It's just gold and copper, so as you can imagine, like it's not too powerful. It's I think when I put it together, it had gold tier mining stats, so it can do what gold can, which is not a lot of like it can't mine iron blocks and things. We needed 266, so that's 256. All right. But as you can see, just the fact that it does 3x3 area is so much faster. It definitely wasn't faster just like me doing all of this because it was on Monday that I started this quest to get an excavator and a hammer, but
It is a fine morning.
Yes, you need dirt. Okay. We have achieved it. We've finally got 288 dirt. Red sand. You didn't say you needed red sand. Don't harm at me. Okay, we do at least have red sand and sandstone. Terracotta's cooking. We need torches and dead bushes. Yeah, so I was saying about the rose gold. Every material has its own modifier or ability, and so some of them are things like I think one of them is the longer you hold dig without stopping, the faster it goes. So it's that sort of like Sometimes they're just quite basic things. Sometimes they're like it works better underwater. Sometimes they're more complicated. Rose gold is an extra upgrade slot, which I actually love that. I think it's one of the most useful ones. I still use it on a lot of endgame tools because I'm trying to do a certain build out of certain. So like I want to get these 3 upgrades and this ability, and so to achieve that, rose gold is really useful. I'm gonna go and get those dead shrubs. Yo, Wonder Boy. So, yes, also, yeah, explaining mods as I go. I think it's been a while since I properly like explain what we're doing with the MineColonies. But we're trying to build a town, trying to get them all the materials they need in order to build that town. Sometimes they have very strange requests. Like last time I played a server, I used the Hobbiton pack, and while yes, it started out with a lot of dirt and a lot of wood, so it's like nice wood beam hobbit holes covered in dirt, as you'd expect, then they kept asking for more and more rare flowers, and I was in a mod pack where I couldn't tell where any of the flowers were coming from because they're all like in a modded biome, and
Is
it was
there
just
a problem?
yes, there is a problem. We need 13 terracotta, and then we're done. We've got them all sorted. Can I join for SMP? Yes, Wonderboy, you actually can. It is for patron members, so if you join at any tier, and I think the lowest tier is £3, or is it £3? I can't remember exactly, but I think it's like £3 or $4. Um, yes, terracotta. That's it. We got it all. Yeah, I've got basic rules, so you can't just come in and grief or try and like put naughty words on the stream or whatever. And I do have a voice chat mod, but I'm going to use it have it like default off, and I guess until I trust people. So I might hold off on that. But yeah, if you want to hang out and come join in and build your own colony, yeah, I'm slightly worried that this will eventually turn out from like instead of just being like a hey, if you support my Patreon, you can come and play on the same server as me. I'm worried that it won't be too long before it gets griefed, but I'm trying to keep it like I'm doing backups. I'm keeping it like safe, I hope, and yeah, it's like I'm not just going to unban you because you have a higher patron tier or something. It's like you have to follow the rules. So yes, if you're a patron and you follow the rules, you're allowed on the server. That's the 2 things you need to do. Yeah. Oh, finally. We've given them all the things they need. And so now Carolina Seagavel, I don't know. She will fill in all of this area very slowly. So this is the first thing we do: is we build the builder's hut. Then the builder from the builder's hut can build the town hall, which is currently a field. And then, yeah, they're complaining about like there's no food, there's no guards. We can actually start doing some of those things, like build a guard tower, build a restaurant or a farm. It is open. It is open already. Yeah. No. SMP. I guess it's in the title. But like I'm not. I if it's not clear enough, I do need to make that a bit more clear. But yeah, it's open, and I've had a couple people join. You will need. Let me show you. You will need a boat. This is the spawn, and I thought it was quite funny that this is the spawn. I'm open to changing that because it might just be too awful. There is a sunken ship, so you get a couple of loot chests and enough wood to make a boat. So I was kind of thinking like it's not too bad, but as you can see from like this is my first day's adventure. the very first episode was a lot of me just sailing around and trying to find a good spot. Yeah, but then yeah, basically I'm open to suggestions for anything really to make the server better, including not being there. I'd be open to changing that. I did also build this. I try and keep it so I do my admin on a different account and try not to cross the streams too much. But yeah, I built a spawn like welcome house. It just uses some templates from. That was really weird. Don't do that. Don't just like run up to me and go. I'm gonna go home. Yeah. So there's a small shop. We're using Create Numismatics, which is like a you get cogs and things. It's sort of self-contained shop mod, and you can build your own shops at your own place. So there's some like admin shops here, and I've basically set up so diamonds have an exchange rate. So that's sort of how you get in and out of the economy. Is like you just go and sell a bunch of diamonds, and you're in. And then yeah, there's a few other things that I'm like, I guess they're almost like bounties. It's like if you can get an Ender Dragon head, for example, or an Elytra, like sell your spare Elytras, and you'll like be in the economy. Yeah. I don't know. It's all sort of. I want to create numismatics work, but there's no. It kind of requires an admin shop to get started. I think that's sort of the idea. Is there's no way to get. You can't just craft cogs out of something because then, yeah, it would just be like chaos. So yeah, you can go there and get some currency, and then you can start trading with other people. Basically, I put all the structures there, all like the things you would need to trade with other players. Sorry, and yeah, I think I'm just kind of thinking about like where I'm going to go next, because I that was my goal for, well, it was my goal for last session, but to get this builder going.
I'll take care of it.
Are you good? Oh,
hi.
Do you need something? You're not doing anything. She did. I guess I was like trying to interact. And
great to see you.
I should feed them, you know.
What's it today then?
Until
it's a fine day.
Until we have like an actual farm. The thing is, it's a little bit grim, the start of MineColonies, because obviously you can see they're just in a field. I have at least now put down a mega torch, which should stop monsters spawning nearby. They do just die a lot, and that's kind of, I don't know if it's like by design or whatever, but yeah, they'll die a lot until they actually get self-sufficient. And the amount you need to get self-sufficient and like defended and everything is quite a lot. Like it's quite a few buildings you need to build. So it has this, basically it says like if you have fewer than 4 colonists, it just spawns some new ones. It's like 4 is the minimum, so they will just die over and over again. And can I push you? No. They don't even let you push them. They're like, no. Do something.
What's it today then?
I know. You'd love to have a house. You're the builder. Okay. She's probably trying to do something, but can't reach.
Oh, I'm so full. I can barely move.
You're
It's
so
a fine
full.
morning.
Great, thanks. I don't really know. There's a reset button. Oh, it never seems to do anything though. Oh, there we go. Okay, restart did work. That's good. But yes, there is a minimum number of 4, and so before you get all your things set up, they do just die over and over again. So while that's in progress, I think I might be wrapping up soonish. I don't tend to stream for too long, but I sort of want to set my next goals and maybe also pick something for me to do in the, I guess I call it the interlude of like just do some like sped up footage and just release that on YouTube, or just play by myself. Like I'm kind of in two minds about this because I don't want to sort of suddenly say, here's what I built off camera, but I don't want to have to necessarily film absolutely every moment I play on here. I also want to enjoy this. Like, there's a lot of reasons for this SMP. Community engagement. That's like just offering something to the community, offering something to patrons. It's really, really nice to do that. And yeah, keeping me inspired, keeping me like, yeah, I need a boat to cross that. Well, why don't I go and fix boats in Flans mod? And yeah, of course it's Flans mod. Yeah. Yes, that is perhaps the main point. So we've got my all my basic mods. So you know, you've got my mod, Bender's game, and basic parts, and I don't put create. That's everything. I've also got Love and War, which is by Prototype Theta, and it's the create Flans mod. I guess it's a content pack for Flans mod, but it's also a create add-on. That's the word. And there's some cool stuff. I haven't actually built a whole factory to do all of this yet, but I will. There's a lot. It is not confirmation that naval warfare is in the works. I'm sorry. It is confirmation that I would like to re-implement vehicles, and I would like to re-implement boats better. So, it's funny you ask about war. This server, I also want it to be kind of friendly. So, yes, I've got guns. Yes, there's going to be vehicles if I can actually get around to it. But what I want it to be is you can go to war if that's what you're into, you can do it. So, what I want it to be is like it's by default everything is friendly, and then like you want to go to war with someone, you should declare a formal war. You can do that with the MineColonies. You can actually say my colony is at war with your colony, and that will make the colonists fight. I might. This is a very like maybe. I might make it so the colonists can hold guns. Don't hold me to that because that's quite a lot. It's probably a fair bit of work. I don't know, to be honest, but I'm not committing to that. It's just like it would be cool. So yeah, you can declare wars with MineColonies, and then I think you can like marshal your troops and send an army. It's pretty cool. But I also want, yeah, you can do player v player, but the main thing is the person that you're attacking should know that you're attacking them. Like, if you and somebody have a beef and you want to say, we're going to go to war, like, these are the rules of engagement, I guess. It's like, don't grief my base, but let's go fight in this public area. Or, yeah, I'm prepared to have everything griefed, and, like, let's go all out. Like, so long as you establish the rules that you're happy with the other party and you're not surprising anyone, go for it. Let's see how that turns out, but I think that's my best idea for the moment is, yeah, consent before you go to war. This doesn't work if it's a public, like, nobody knows each other server, like you just log in without a whitelist. This is something that only works if you have a proper, like, managed Discord and sort of conversations going on. So that's why, I mean, there's many reasons, but this is why it's a patron reward, is I want to know, not know personally, but just like to know who's on and make sure they've like said, yes, I agree to these rules. There will also be, well, I intend for there also to be a team deathmatch server. I just need to do a bit more work to get that actually functional, but yeah, I want to have a public team deathmatch server and a more, you know, like semi-private, like you have to actually be accountable before you go on. Like, I just have to know, like, yes, you agree to rules and you are going to play nice. Yeah, sort of semi-private server. Cool. Yeah, I think this is the cool thing, is like, I've tried playing factions, and in fact, I made Warforged factions for 1.12, and that was part of like I wanted to run a faction server. I had some good memories of it, but like it got messy, and I was like, it's a lot of especially like trying to play and develop and admin the server. It was too much because I couldn't really answer an admin request, even though I was switching accounts. I couldn't really answer an admin request without having like basically seen private information like where your base is, or like, oh, it's underwater. Like I want to play and I can't play if it's factions, and like secret information is important. I think I much prefer this. It's open. We talk about it like it's more like there's some MMOs that do this, but there's like you join one of the three factions and then they're all pushing, and there's like it's all like public territory claims, and you like know where the front line is and where to push. Like factions is all about like like proper competitive survival. PvP is like all about like hiding your base and all the secret stuff. I can't enjoy that as a player, and that's something important to me. It's like I want to enjoy this as a player. I want to enjoy this as a modder. I want to enjoy this. I mean, it is just work, but as a moderator. But like I don't want it to be like it's not like it's not work. It's just like I don't want it to be a conflict of interest or like a stress of like, oh my god, these people are like abusing my systems and stuff. Like obviously, I mean, if you find a dupe bug in Flan, I will fix it and I will try and sort that out. But you know, I'm just trying to make it like easy on myself, enjoy it, have fun. Yeah, if you're up for that, if you're interested in that, and you also like comfortable like with Patreon, it'd be cool to see you on here. I have to do what manual whitelisting. It's going to stay as manual whitelisting for obvious reasons. You can always ping me and I'll get to it. Yes, like I said, I was going to figure out what I'm going to do next, and then I just bounced around the base for 10 minutes. I don't know. So I want inventory that makes sense. That's a key thing. This backpack upgrade is really good. It means I can stack things higher. Ooh. But to get like, it also requires 8 iron blocks. To get the next one requires 8 gold blocks. It's like there's a lot of steps involved in getting into this. Yeah, I don't like these boxes. They're really annoying me. We've also got iron chests. There's like a lot of different yeah, I can take this with me and just press B, and I've got like access to it. My eventual plan is to have a backpack full of backpacks, because that is a thing you can do in this mod, and it's ridiculous. Actually, wait a minute. I've just realized. There was what was it? One of the structures, I think it's the pirate boats, which I think come from MineColonies, because they've got like rhythm Nord, not Nord, Norman pirates or something. Their pirate ship structure had wither skulls in it, so I've actually got 3 wither skulls way earlier than I expected I would. So what I could do is go get some soul sand and kill a wither, and that would be the key to no, not that. It's called Inception. Wait, what? Survival Infinity upgrade. Oh, that's still in it. Yeah, you're right. Admin gives that to someone and then it breaks everything. What does Inception look like? Oh, there we go. This is what I want. So I would need some Ice Vendor and Nether Star. I could actually do that pretty soon because of the way I got the Wither Skulls early. So I'm just gonna have a little rummage around, see if I can find some more obsidian and a flint. Yeah, there we go. I definitely had a flint and steel at some point. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I do have the stuff. I could go explore the Nether, get some soul sand, and then I think I'm not going to take on the Wither without a gun. Because, well, I don't need a gun. I could take on the Wither without it, but this is a Flan mod SMP. It has to be done, basically. So I'll go down here so my portal's not like right at my base. Yeah. Let's do this. This is a good sort of, perhaps a good way to end it. Perhaps a good way to just go and die. I'm not going to bring the backpack with me. I should have some armor. Yeah. You've been curious. Am I working the guy who does create level more? So sort of, yeah. Prototype Theta. Yeah, actually, I'll be honest. A lot of the models from the new version of Vendor's game are by Prototype Theta. Proto is really cool, and they've got their own thing with Love and War. I think honestly, the amount of content that they produce is crazy. I think it's something like I'm not a content producer. Wait, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, I don't do the gun models that much. Like I do when I've got an idea, I put it together. And I'm like, hey, let's try this, and it kind of always looks a bit jank. But Prototype is full-on model developer, and I'm always amazed at the stuff that they produce. And yeah, the amount they produce as well, and they keep donating things to me. So like saying, hey, let's make the vendors game look really good. Let's add this, add that, and yeah, I'm really grateful for all of the cool work. And so yeah, vendors game is currently, I guess, a mix of my models and prototypes models. Generally, the older looking ones are mine, the jankier looking ones, and the newer, shinier looking ones are prototypes. Prototype makes more, I guess, the old style of like real world gun names. I think he's been a bit sneaky, and if you have Create Love and War also adds it adds a resource pack which renames the guns, which I have called like Hit Market 1200 or like Vendors Customs, and like I'm trying to do like a bit of a push to sort of go away from real world gun names, and it's totally cool to have this like resource pack which turns them back into their real world counterparts. But yeah, it's something I want to sort of change, is make things a bit more, I guess, a bit more fictional. Yeah. So they've got their vision. Yeah, Prototype makes guns from reference, and I make guns from my imagination, and I just sort of throw stuff together and mash it up and do wacky stuff. So different styles, but I think together we make a really cool, like, we make some cool mods. What am I missing? Chestplate. Let's do that. If I have any materials that could make a chestplate, or just a chestplate, that would be great. I'm fine without one. Staring into the void again. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think it's good to have a bit of a mix of yeah, I think it's good to almost have like a push and pull. And you know, I'm making a system like Flans mod is, and always kind of has been since like I mean, it almost happened by accident, the whole thing. Like I just put a biplane together. And I was like, hey, look, it's a biplane, and it's literally the Minecraft boat with wings stuck on. It's oh, okay. Cool. That's not nice. Yes. Let me just make this a little more safe, and then this is not safe. This is not safe. This is not safe. What do I need? I just need some soul sand. Okay. Grab some of this as well. So yeah, I just made the biplane, and then it started out with people like submitting skins, saying, "Hey, here's the camel or the Fokker," and I was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, you can." I sort of published them on my page. I was like, "Hey, you can download these reskins," and then at some point I was like, "Well, why don't we just have both?" And so I added like, yeah, you can craft them, and I made it so that I think, for example, the Fokker. I made it so it's a triplane, not a biplane. So it wasn't just a reskin; it was like an actual separate thing. And then just from that, I kept adding more, and eventually I was like, I added guns, World War II guns first initially, and then I was thinking, I'm wearing gold. My speech, me talking about stuff slows down whenever I'm like out doing a survival-y thing, just so you know. But yes, it basically spawned out of like people offering things, and then I was like, okay, well clearly people want this, and I actually want to be able to make like lots of different content packs and different things. Like I'm quite inspired by Battlefield and Call of Duty. I used to play a lot, so I wanted to add modern weapons, and I wanted to add all sorts of different vehicles and cool things. Helicopters. Oh my god, I love helicopters. I mean, I especially love the helicopter. The helicopters in the Battlefield series. They're just so fun to play with. But yeah, I started adding more and more things that I wanted and that other people wanted and sort of offered, and so then eventually I was like, okay, so I guess I've kind of accidentally made a content system. So it's kind of like, that's what people wanted, and that's what I made. And then, you bought Minecraft because of the biplane? That's cool. Well, you said you wanted to. That's really cool. I'm just not sure, like, because I just wanted to get some soul sand. This is a little much. Let's just maybe dig a hole. Let's just dig a hole. It's Minecraft after all. What? Okay. What was I saying? Something about, yeah, content just sort of coming out of things. Oh, yeah, different mentalities and different, like, different approaches to it and what people want. So I think this is something that's, I've always tried to be, like, a little bit, like, I'm the steward of the official packs, and, like, official is just, it's not much of a label, it's just, like, what I'm making, and, so I've had lots of requests. Ooh, hello. And it's always like, it's always hard when somebody's like donating something and they're saying like, hey, I've done this for the official pack, and you're like, well, actually no, this doesn't fit. It's not often, like, but there has been a couple of things where basically there's a sort of sub-community who are very into realism, and I have nothing against it. Like, it's totally fine that that's like what you want to do. And I actually endorse it, to be honest. If that's what you want in your gameplay, but the thing is, I can't say this is the official pack that everyone's going to get if they're just showing up and they want to play a pack with some guns and some planes in their Minecraft. It's like, yeah. So things like, I think the thing that got me was like, instead of calling it like pistol bullet, or in fact just, I think bullet, or something. It's like, instead of that, we'll call it the actual official designation of like the NATO 2.64 mil by something or other. And I was like, I don't think that's the right way to go for the official, like, you know, if you're just like, I want to play Flan's mod, I want gun. I don't think you should be learning official, like, gun. Like, there's no need. It's not like you shouldn't be. It's just like, it's overcomplicated. And then, like, matching your bullets to your guns is like a whole, like, do you need to know about guns and like know about like designations and stuff? It's like, you shouldn't need that knowledge. That's not what I'm going for. But it's also totally fine if that's what you are going for. If that's what you enjoy and that's what you want, you should be able to have that. So what I try and do is I sort of set, I guess, expectations or like design parameters for the official packs as I release them, and then if you want to do a resource pack that overrides them, that's cool that Minecraft lets you do that then, so you can do it. It was a sort of, I guess it was definitely, I started actually actively like trying to tidy things up with bullet types and things when I made the Apocalypse add-on, because I suddenly realized as soon as you have like a big survival world where it's all about like, oh yeah, food is scarce, but guns and planes and vehicles and things are really like, that's the thing that's, it was kind of taking survival and twisting on its head. It was a really cool thing that I tried for a bit. It's a lot of work to get that back up and running. I'm not sure I will at the moment. Yeah, it was like as soon as I started like the early test versions of that, it was like there's all of these different guns and magazines. So it's like I need a what now? I need an ACR magazine, and I've got a GMR. I'm just making up letters now. It wasn't a good experience, so I made ammo groups, and it was like, this is like rifle ammo, and all the rifles take this, and then yeah, it was an approximation, and it had to be an approximation for it to kind of work in survival. So that's the first time I was like, oh hey, okay, maybe we need to actually simplify this a little bit, and just started like sort of trying different designs for it. But yes, I think the takeaway is it's a content pack system. It's like I'm offering a lot of tools. And I'm offering also like, my official packs are like, you should be able to just add them and have fun with guns. Like, that's my design principle. And I had people suggest like, oh no, why are you changing the gun names? Why are you like not using real world gun names, even though the models are clearly the real world guns? And it's just like, that's not, it's just like, that's what I want to do in the official packs. And you can literally, as Prototype has done, you can have a resource pack and just override it. And you can also just be like, okay, you want the official real world gun names of something or other, like, go for it. Go make a content pack and put those guns in. Like, I fully expect, I can't please everyone, so I think my target has to be like just somebody who's just like trying out like guns in Minecraft. Otherwise it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think those people are also like generally quieter, like in terms of the people who come to me and say, oh, how could you change this? It's people who are very, very invested in the mod and very into like their realism and their guns. And that's not actually the average person who picks up my mod. It's more somebody who's like, this is part of their mod pack and it's just another cool element. So yeah, that's sort of the explanation of why I don't always do what the community wants, or like what certain people in the community want. It's like I have a design principle for that. Yeah. I went on a bit of a tangent about like design philosophy about guns. Yeah, you're making a Lego Minecraft world. Oh, that's cool. I've tried doing that. I think so I have a lot of Minecraft Lego, of course. Of course, I don't know. You don't know me. Maybe this is something you didn't know, but I like Lego. I don't think it's a surprise, but yeah. Yeah, I have so much Minecraft Lego. I've actually brought it all to the game development house I'm at the moment, and there's like a Lego room here, and not sure the guy who runs the place is like totally convinced that we need a Lego room. I call it like it's like a creative Lego space or something. But yes, I have a lot of Minecraft Lego, and I really wanted to make like a proper, accurate biplane. Somehow, despite having finally got all my like Lego from various places together in one place and having like just far too much Lego, still haven't actually done that project of like building an accurate biplane. Backup started. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, really impressive if you can do crafting tables from my mod at the scale of like Lego Minecraft, but if you're doing it more like larger scale, that's probably doable. Yeah, yeah, complicating things with bullets. Yeah, yeah. My opinion of separate magazines. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. It's sort of that's another design change that's happened between old Flan's mod and Reloaded. The items you get are now bullets, and the magazine is a property on the gun. So yeah, if you could just say what's it you meant by that? Opinion of separate magazines? I'm not seeing soil. I think you have to go to a certain biome to get soil to appear down here. I just wanted to quickly get some. Oh, right, like having both the bullet items and the magazine items. This is again a thing that I don't think it's actually doable, but like it's one of those things where I say, you know, if that's what you want in your mod pack, in your like content pack, go for it. It's not something I've done official support for. I think so. The question is like about yeah, having magazines as an item where you add bullets to them. I think it's way too complicated for me. Like for my like having to pair together like I've got an ACR and an ACR magazine 50 round and some bullets, and then I like hold right click on the magazine to load them or something. It's like it's just too many steps. It's way more complicated than I want. But if that's what you want for your ultra realism server, like hardcore PvP or whatever, like it doesn't have to be hardcore PvP. It's just like if that's what you want, then yeah, I probably am not going to be the one who makes those mechanics, but they could be like an add-on. Like my mod is a mod, and you can mod a mod, so you could just add more. Like you could say, okay, take Flan's mod and add some more code on top of it, and just say, hey, it's this magazine. If you click with it, then it loads bullets into it. And like you could add all those extra steps, or whoever wants to develop it could add those extra steps. It's not going to fall in that category of like the most accessible version that I want to make. I'll just drop off this stuff because I've got some cobalt things. I'll come back to the soil. Yeah, actually, there was basically a version, not a version, but like there was an official pack that actually did this, which was the Nerf pack. I wanted to get that real stupid feeling of like you've had a Nerf battle with your friends and there's bullets all over the floor, and I guess you have to pick them up, and it was annoying. But yeah, there was a recipe that you could put like an empty magazine and like the right number of Nerf bullets, and it would reload it. So you had to keep going back to a Nerf crafting table to actually do that. I didn't make it like because it was just a content pack, and I wasn't doing like too many custom features for it. It wasn't like what would have been great would be like a special shapeless recipe where you put like say you put 10 bullets and the magazine, not 10, there's not 10 slots, but like you put 8 bullets in this magazine, it just adds 8. But I didn't do that, so it was just annoying. Yeah, I think perhaps this might be the thing that I do off stream, like with my next like batch of like sped up offline recordings is sort all of this. I think that's probably a good like target for that. I also feel like it's coming up on 2 hours of stream now, and I'm like starting to lose my voice. This is just, I think it's probably about my limit. So to avoid, I guess, yeah, if the Nether had very easily accessible soil, I would have been like, great, let's sort of get all my things together and then sort of start thinking about getting a gun to take down the Wither. But it's not quite like that. So I think this is a good place to sort of wrap up. I'll probably do some off-stream inventory cleanup, and next episode we'll try and kill a Wither and make the backpack hold backpacks, because the backpack mod is stupid, but also great. I like my little nether portal down there. Nice, just far away enough that it shouldn't hurt the colonists, I hope. Let's also check in on how that's going. Okay, we're actually building the builder's hut. It's going well. Just gonna sit here for a sec, and yeah. Milsims. Yeah, it's like, it's funny that you say milsims, because like military simulations, because some people want my mod to be like armor, and they want it to be like full realism, and I want my mod to be more like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where if the focus is on the fun of flying around and shooting, I guess, other players and monsters and things. Yeah, I want to make some PvE content as well. It's just like I haven't really got the time for that yet. But I don't know why you said Clash of Clans. What? I do not get the context for Clash of Clans. Slow building. Oh, I haven't played Clash of Clans. Is this what they do? Should I pay for a time skip? Let's try it.
Good day to ya.
Yeah, no time skip. Yeah, I think I'm probably ready to wrap up. I hope you enjoyed this. The NPC's building is unknowable. Okay, Builder's Hut, yeah. Builder's Hut first, then other things. Yeah, if I do actually play some off stream, I imagine this might actually be done by the time we get back. I'll try. I probably won't start the next building going. I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, this will be available on YouTube as well as episode 3. I don't know what I'll call it. Maybe finally building the building. 12 hours. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that with MineColonies. You can put a chunk loader down, and there's a chance that they'll do some building while you're gone. There's also a chance that everyone will be dead because a ghost got in. Could go either way. But yeah, there'll be another interlude episode of me just doing some sped up gameplay, I imagine, and then I might get a stream schedule going, but I'm not committing to that yet. And the other thing is, you can support my work on Patreon. Support, just generally me making mods and all that. And if you do, at any tier, you'll get access to the server, pending, yeah. You also have to agree to the rules, but if you follow the rules and you are a patron, you get access to the server, and you can come and build with me and set up your colony, and we can connect them all with trains, and let's go shoot each other and shoot some withers. And, I don't know, whatever you want to do. That's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. I've been Flan. And this has been Oakley. And that's it. Ciao.